The Life Hack Mama account. Okay, now we're live. Hi, followers or whoever's watching. Yeah, the Twitter people saw all of it, all of the carnage. Well, I forgot to. Oh, look, I forgot to turn this on. So we're waiting for the oils to melt. All right, and I'm making up excuses for why I haven't cleaned over here. Well, I've been over here using stuff, but I did transfer my kombucha. I stayed on my diet except for the potato puffs. Like I said, y'all was with me when I bought the potato puffs. Shame on me. And yellow bath bombs live. And my gel colorant. And by the time we are ready for the oils, so let's just start now. All right. I guess the Twitterverse is like, oh, you really could have started later on. This is just really just a demo to show you how easy it is to make your own bath bombs. If you see somebody go through it, like I saw the young teenage boy, he made his own kombucha. The SCOBY was healthy. He followed the instructions. This is about maybe a cup and a quarter of baking soda. Remember, we put all our dry together and then we put all our wet together. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I see. I'm going to have to buy some more citric acid. Oh, yeah. I've been making bath bombs. I love them. And so we need, I don't know what little, like this. A fourth cup. Oh, spilling that. 1. 2. You might want to go to Walgreens and get you a mask. And once again, ladies, if you have manicured fingernails, you're going to have to wear some latex gloves or plastic gloves, something. It will eat the nail polish off of your manicure. It will destroy your manicure. So don't say I didn't say it. It will destroy your manicure. It will. So I don't, I'm just mama. I don't have a manicure. When you just mama, you just don't bother. Who's gonna look at it? The kids, they don't care. Oh, mama, that's pretty. Then I won't man. No, you don't. No, you don't. You can't have. Now, yesterday we colored this soap. Remember? I just want to see. Because remember I said if we do yellow and then do a contrasting, if you hear any noise, that's my daughter. And then do a contrasting color. We have yellow and this is orange. All right, it was the first thing that my hand touched, and that's what we're going with. Because I'm not going through a lot of stuff. I could put all my liquids in here because this is just about melted. We really did have to wait for this to melt. Matter of fact, if I put the lid on it, it'll go ahead and melt. We're going to try using just this amount of Epsom salt because I've done this before. But we did say opposite color. What's opposite of orange on the color wheel? Is some kind of blue? It has to be.
It is blue.
All right, it's blue. That's dark purple. We had a blue yesterday. Hyacinth. This is pretty. Oh, there it is. It was right there. This is a very pretty color. I love these gel colors. But they're not as intense, I'm going to put that orange right there for another time. Maybe if we do some orange bath bombs, we can scent them peach. and then maybe mix some Caribbean scents with it. That would be nice. I guess this is blue. It might be green. Hell. Hell's bells. See, this is why I have this stuff right here. So I can just sit here and do what I got to do. And this is my relaxed time. Because I'm telling anybody, please don't clock me. Please don't. Do not clock me. That's not what you want. Because if I start looking over in your backyard at what you ain't doing, me and you're not going to be friends anymore. Okay? Let's keep it civil. Keep it classy. Nobody's perfect. Some people are like that character on Friends, Monica Geller. She went from being grossly obese, the character did, to being really, really, really neat and thin. That's wonderful. It is. Now, see, this is not blue at all. This is purple. It's a really pretty, beautiful, deep purple. But it still should show up against yellow. It should. When I made bath salts, I color the I made them for my aunt. I colored. You know, a lot of people in my community cannot appreciate any of these types of things. They don't appreciate it. I know maybe they don't take baths. A lot of people, they don't take baths. I do. I find them very, very relaxing. And it's really washed out. You can't see the color, but you can see it. Isn't that pretty? Now I already put some in there. Now I'm going to put some more. Now see, that didn't take very long to add a nice accent on. And don't forget, we got this extra from yesterday that must be used. That's how you get your rainbow bath bombs. Anything left over, you just pile it all into a mold and go from there. Oh, you know what? I did this wrong because I'm going to put yellow in here. That's why you're not going to be able to see it. You have to put the colored salt in there last. It's just Epsom salt. And some people, they don't like color, so they would just maybe leave it like this. We could still put a little bit more. We could do it again. And this time we'll use sapphire. I've used it up. It's beautiful. There. Okay. We put our citric acid. We put our baking soda. The next thing we need is bubble bar hardener. And I don't have very much of this. So I'm just going to put the rest in there. And we could test the blue ones tomorrow. I got a lot of crap to do. But we could test the blue ones tomorrow. Because this morning they were soft, but it was also rainy. So. The bubble bar hardener makes it get hard quick. You don't have to wait too long. All right, let's unplug this because you don't want to burn your hand messing around with hot oils. The next step of the dry ingredients. Now, these are DIY, so I'm doing them the way I like. Now, last time we used SLSA. Maybe this time we'll use Bubble Up. Okay. I don't really need to use the Polysorbate 80 because this yellow lemon, it's called lemon. This yellow color, it's not, it's liquid. So it's going to be dispersed in here. All the liquids go together, and then all the dry go together. Yesterday, when we made the blue, we used French blue powder, and it's a powder. I don't really want it to be pale yellow. I want it to pop, and it will be nice when we get the different colors together. How much do I want? I'm just going to use a tablespoon. So you have to be careful. You can always go back and add more liquid like we did yesterday. If you look at the video from yesterday. Oh, Lord. All right, that's better. If you look at the video from yesterday, you can go back and add more. But to take away, I'd have to put more baking soda. I have more baking soda, but if I'm careful, I won't have to do that. And again, if you want to put milk in it, put milk in it. I heard the Egyptians, I read it somewhere, the Egyptian queens used to take milk baths. I don't know. I guess goat's milk. But they have cows. I don't know. Do you guys watch The Americans? I do. It's a good show. I watched it since it started coming on. No, we're not putting lemongrass in anything. I'm not putting any more lemongrass. No, not lemongrass. Yeah, this is like a teaspoon because my embeds are scented. Plus, I'm putting some other stuff in there. I like The Americans. It is a good show. And that's actually all I wanted to say. I saw The Chew today, and I saw The View, but when The View was on, my stomach was toe up from the flow up. And you're like, over what? Just increased water intake, and I stopped drinking so much water because I couldn't take it. And there's dairy in the Green Goddess that I made from scratch. Lactose intolerant. I know it's piling up, huh? So you know what I did? I took a hunk of ginger about this big, chopped it up, and put it in a NutriBlender with water. And maybe a sip is like a teaspoon. And you know what? It immediately stopped hurting. And I sipped on that all day. I did not have any more problems. And I was even able to have apple juice. As I say, I try to stick to my diet while I can. Look at that bubble up. It's a bubble. Ah, that smells so friggin' good. It does. It smells so good. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't want to mess it up by putting too much. I don't want to mess it up by putting too much, but that smells so good. And I know I have some more of that somewhere else. This is really just glycerin. And it was just a small amount of fragrance in there. But it smells so good. But like I said, I have fragrance also in my bath bombs. Oh, that cotton candy. Okay, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. It was all getting trouble. That cotton candy fragrance, it smells so good. And it's throwing a little bit for you ladies who like wax. I said I was going to start making the wax. I like wax too. But that's like, makes me feel better. That's just like an extra dimension. You know, I already got a big mess going on here. And I do need to organize. I have the means to organize all of this. I just need to put it up. It's just that I hate putting stuff away and then pulling it right back out. So we have all of our liquids, including the colorant and the glycerin. There was glycerin in this thing that I did. It's a little bit of fragrance, but I filled it up with glycerin. Glycerin is a humectant. That means It draws moisture to your skin. This is glycerin too. But it also had warm vanilla in there. And the vanilla scent that I bought, I don't like. It smells like butter. It doesn't smell like vanilla. It smells like butter. And I don't like it. But my embeds are scented, so we're just going to move on. And as you see, it's the shea butter and the lemon. I don't know. Is this going to turn green? Did I mess myself over? Is this going to turn green? Oh, that voice off camera was my son. You can use a spatula. It's yellow. It's going to turn green. See, this is fizzing and swelling because I use Bubble Up and glycerin and in a liquid gel color. That's why I said I don't want to put too much. This is casting greenish yellow. And it's swelling. That's what liquid does. It swells your batter. So everything was fine when we stuck with a lot of powder. It's better to do that. Because I hate when they swell. Yep. And it's not enough yellow. And the yellow has a greenish that. Now I have a deeper yellow. It is a sunflower. What is this? There's a canary yellow. I'm going to try that. And that's the one thing. If you do something and you don't like the results, well, you know what to do for next time. Live and learn. And the one thing with crafts and stuff, you have to be quiet and pay attention, to be honest. I do. Some people can do 2 and 3 things at once, but I find it best if I'm quiet and focused. I messed it up. You know how I messed it up? Because I put that purple Epsom salt in there too early. But I think this canary yellow will pull through. And yes, it's too much liquid. I have the remedy for that too. It's almost like a green. And also the SLSA, that's a powder. So that was helpful. Why is this not open? I don't know. I said I was going to wait, but I turned to the Americans. Old dude was walking around in the hospital. I'm like, Lord, I don't know why he's walking around in the hospital. And you know what? I wouldn't have told Paige anything. Paige would have been in a boarding school. Paige would have been believing whatever I told her. I would not have told Paige any of this. Look at this stuff growing. I would pretty much have to wait for it to stop growing. All that liquid. It was the bubble up, really. All that extra glycerin. These are going to be extra moisturizing, though. Remember, we're looking for the consistency of wet sand. And remember yesterday how it kept drying out? All you need is time on your side. Time. Time. Give it time. It will stop growing. Give it time. It will dry out. Well, I put a lot of glycerin in there. I don't know if it's going to dry out. And the solution to a lot of glycerin, because this is like a bubble bar consistency. And see, if you keep putting it, then my ratios will be off with the citric acid. And you can't put any more of that in there. At least I'm not. I'm not going to put any more in there because it's just going to swell. Like I said, glycerin is a humectant. It draws or attracts water to your skin. And that's how you can feel moisturized and not oily or greasy, which is great in the summertime. Like the night before, you soak it in the tub or the morning of or something. And then you really can forego lotion. Oh, no, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to put a lot more. And you know, don't put so much glycerin. This, I just have to wait. Or, and this might be a fun thing to do. Remember all that dry stuff that I was gonna have to rehydrate? I'll go with the flow. What the hell? Excuse my language. I'll go with the flow. And you know what else I'm going to go with? Some SLSA. Because just putting baking soda in is not going to be helpful. I would prefer them to be too dry than rather like a bubble bar. That's enough. It's more than enough. Again, I get this stuff off the internet. I look at all the ladies and they're doing what they do, and any little suggestions, I take them. That's the difference. I take them because I like stuff like this, bath products. Look at that. This is something you might want to give to a child. See, it's getting drier and crumblier. This looks like some goo that you give to a kid. And you know the bath water is going to be green. Like a sparkling pond. Now see, if it's going to be greenish, it should probably be herbaceous. Herbaceous Warrior. That's the name of this. See, that's how people come up with stuff. This is the Herbaceous Warrior. And mix. And mix. It's too damp. This is the consistency for bubble bar. It's too damp. So I have to keep mixing it, which aerates it. And eventually, it will get drier. Like if I just sat this here, it would dry out. If I just left it sitting, because I was running my mouth. This is so greenish. It looks like egg yolk. It does. All right. And let's put some more Epsom salt in there. And I'm gonna have to put some more bubble bar hardener. Now, I don't want to make it, I'm gonna have to use the same purple because we have enough green with the blue. Still liquid in there. This is called bubble bar hardener, but it's cream of tartar or something like that. There. It's about 2.5 tablespoons. So at least these will be rock hard tomorrow. Because the ones that we made, the blue ones, they're rather powdery. They're hard, but they seem fragile, like they might break. And that stuff like cream of tartar, even bentonite clay, and bentonite clay acts as a hardener too. These are going to be very moisturizing. We have to stir. I don't know how long it's been that way. It keeps telling me something about internal noise. I don't know. That's pretty. This is such a lovely color. Look how nice that is. Every little bit of moisture adds. Isn't that pretty? So I'm gonna let that sit there a minute. This is still growing. It's still growing. If I were to put them in a bomb or try to, you know what would happen? They would get stuck. They would get stuck. I wouldn't be able to get them out. They're too damp. Well, that's the thing about live. All right. Well, I can't put any more. So I'm going to have to put some more of this. And I'm wondering, is it going to fizz? If it's doing a lot of fizzing now, and the ratio of citric acid to product is off now. Now, my embeds are very, very fizzy. Because sometimes what the bath bomb maker wants to do is to make a slow fizzing bomb. Like this is the bomb. This stuff. These are the embeds. They want a slow fizzing bomb. So they won't put as much citric acid in this part. And they'll have a 1-to-1 ratio in the embeds so that it will slowly dissolve and fizz and make bath art. And then when the water hits the embed, it'll be faster. And you get the little streams, bath art. You guys got to look around on YouTube. Matter of fact, you should just Google bath art. Oh, I put a lot of glycerin in here. Well, you know what? If I put more SLSA, it will become a bubble bar. And if it bubbles up too much, then you're not going to be able to see the bath art. It will be very bubbly. One will like kind of cancel out the other. And this color is green. And that purple is going to look cute. It's like a lime green. I didn't do that on purpose. I'm not going to tell you my first major was graphic design. They asked me to find something else to do. But I've always liked crafts and the arts and things like that. To me, they're very calming. Is it growing? Is it growing? I don't think so. This is so wet. I messed it up. It's so wet. Just this is, to me, this is dumb, but I'm gonna try it because I'm like, it's already fizzing. But and I have to make sure I close that citric acid back up in this box that I tore open like a savage, because the moisture in the air, it's been raining for weeks here, and the moisture in the air and this stuff just don't mix. To me, I don't know about putting any more citric acid because it's just gonna, to me, it's gonna react with the moisture and the dampness is there, and then it's gonna grow. But I don't know. I'm giving it a try. I already messed it up. I'm trying to salvage it. That actually helped. It helped a little bit. These things are going to be rock hard. Let's try this. Oh, it's such a pretty contrast. Look at that. Isn't that a pretty contrast? And because these are DIY, it doesn't matter. You're still going to use them. And when you see me demo this bath bomb, you're like, oh, I saw when she made that. She actually messed that up. That was a goof. She put too much glycerin. It was too moist. But this is the way it came out. And that's why I'm doing it live. I'm doing it live so that you can see there's no harm, no foul. It's DIY. It's comforting. And you can still use it. And I'm interested to see. And then you'll know if you ever, for some reason, put too much glycerin in your bath bombs. Because some people don't put glycerin. They use just no humectant, no oil. They don't put, that's why I don't use everybody's products. They don't put anything to soften the skin or anything. It's just, that's not what I'm putting on my skin. Walking around itching and ashy and stuff. All right, we got some blue ones. Let's give it a try. Blue and gray and green. I think they're gonna work out. I don't know. The fuchsia color ones are all the way down in there. Okay, a little bit. I'm not thinking these are gonna. Oops. They're growing. I don't see how these gonna come out. I could turn it into a bubble bar, but I don't want to. I could though. Just put some more SLSA in there, and there'll be a bubble bar. Bubble bars, I don't know. Bubble bars usually aren't this big. So I could use the smaller ones. You see how that's not working? Look, this is why this isn't working. Look, it's growing as it's in the mold. It's just a growing, and it's too sticky to get out and stay. Look. Now, I do have some cookie cutters. And when you make a bath bomb, you roll it out like cookie dough. Or, and I'm kind of leaning this way, I could just wait. This isn't the first time I've done this. I could just wait. Because if I put anything else in here, it's just going to keep growing. So I just have to wait and let it dry out. Just let, because if I left it just like this, in the morning it would be all dried out. But that yellow turned to green, didn't it? This is just this green I don't know, I keep making green every time. Or what I could do, and you could kind of see the purple salt. You can kind of see it. All right. What if I put a whole cup in there? What if I do that? Because thus far, every time I put another ingredient in here, it just really still activates. And we're looking for it to be crumbly, like sand, not like cookie dough, like a bubble bar. Now, this is a whole lot more crumbly. Look. I put a whole another cup in there. And it's a lot crumblier. And I had to get a bigger container because it was just crowded in there because I added extra ingredients. I'm not throwing my products away. Like after I make these bombs, I'm going to rinse this stuff out in the tub and then get in that water because it's full of my ingredients. And the way I'm going, tomorrow while I'm out, I'll put a half a cup in there. I'm going to pick up another box of baking soda. I like to have my ingredients on hand. So if I feel like I want to make some bath bombs, I can come in here and make them. See, people after the Americans go off, the people are coming in. I'm going to watch the Americans afterwards, and I'm going to soak in the tub and watch my program. There we go. This is the consistency of dirt. For gardeners, if you just dig your hand into the dirt to plant your plants and whatnot, it's the consistency of dirt. Which means that, like when you dig so deep, it's damp, cold dirt. We're getting somewhere. Because I could not, you saw that. I could not do anything with that except make a bubble bar. But then I would have to put some more SLSA and then make bubble bars. And give it a little time. This is the color. I'm like, where have I seen this color? This stuff is actually the color of money. I got a whole pile of money right here. A whole pile of money. It's the color of money. Oh, I bet you that's going to be really pretty when it colors the water. Because these things dissolve completely in a tub of water. It's just, everything is suspended in the water. You can see the bits of glitter. Oh, it's wonderful. Now let's see. It's good enough. I think I can work with this. Let's just see. See, I didn't panic because it's not that big of a deal. Because I throw this stuff in here just like this. It won't be pretty, but I don't waste. Put that in there like that. I got the tip of the cube mold. Yeah, it's still kind of gummy. Might need to put a half a cup more. Yeah, and the round part of this is on the round part of the mold. Let's see. Don't wear your sleeping clothes because you're going to get stuff on them. Just wear something that you don't mind throwing in the washing machine. Oh, it's perfect. See, this is how I messed the other one up. Trying to make it look too perfect. These are going to be rock hard tomorrow because they were so damp. And then you put them gently on that tray. On a tray, you should put a towel, something don't put your Sunday best out. Even though this stuff here, it washes right off with water and you'll smell good all day. I'm letting it sit there on the tray. Twitter people want to see it, you can see it. It's just sitting right there on the tray. All right. Sorry, my Google Chromebook, the little female cord part, the little any part, and move that laptop. I'll lose you guys. Now these little ones have crumbled up. Oh look, isn't that a pretty contrast? These remind me of giant sugar cubes. And these remind me of the candy dots that were on the wax paper. Remember the candy that was on the wax? Okay, I'm old and you guys aren't. Okay, this is the same color as pony dust. That's where I remember that from. I used those up right away. Nobody got to get to that. I used them up because I hadn't made bath bombs in I don't know how long. Matter of fact, let's take this and then put these in here like that. Kind of like what we did yesterday. It looks like a flower. Let's see. Need some more petals. That's why you make your embeds ahead of time. Make your embeds ahead of time. And this video from Twitter will be on DIY Lifehack Mama. Okay. And one from yesterday is there too. All right. And I got all of these little things from the ladies that make this stuff for money. They throw us a bone. There's no, this is just something I'm doing for me because I like it. Did it get wet again? Is it too damp? I don't know, maybe not. Oh, I'll start with me. And if you wanted to put some glitter in here, some people put candy, rings, I have to have something. That's not much of a oh, look. Again, I'm showing the Twitter people. I'm gonna have to unpack this. Look. You can't see it, can you? It's coming apart. It's coming apart. Yeah, that thing needs it's coming apart. Look at that. I'll put that one in an incubator. Well, it's coming apart. That means this one's going to come apart too. Because the texture of it changed. It really got rather, it just seemed like it got damper as I was making this. I'm really mashing it in. I'm going to redo this because I don't think they're going to stay. And the embeds are crumbling. Plagued by problems. You can't really see that. What do you guys think? It's misshapen. It's plagued by problems. And I don't see it staying together. It does not give me hope for the future. And I guess these are the smaller. Oh, okay. I'm like, I would rather do something with it now. And then what? Because I started to put a half more cup in, but it seemed like it wanted to act right. All right. I'm not confident. Plus the little flowers are crumbling. Because this one is in an incubator. Look. I mean, I know they're just for me, but If I can save them, I'm going to save them. Oh, man. Now, what I didn't expect is for my embeds to crumble like that, but it'll be all right. Here we go. I'll put the other half a cup in there. So this is like 4 cups of baking soda. Thus far, 4 cups. You see, I told you guys to go on YouTube and get yourself a proper tutorial. This is a demo. And if you're paying attention, you see I didn't get frustrated or upset or angry. Okay? I just kept working with it because I know I'll see a good outcome. You just have to get the correct texture and they need to stay together. So as long as they're staying together, because I went away from the recipe from yesterday. Those bombs are fine. The ones from yesterday, I had mostly dry ingredients and some wet. It's better for them to be drier than wetter because you have to go through a lot of stuff. I put glycerin, the gel colorant, the fragrance, more Epsom salt. I deviated from the recipe, and that happens in soap, cooking. If you deviate from the recipe, and that you're walking into the frontier, unfounded territory, you out in space, can't nobody get to you. You're breaking ground. You're experimenting once you deviate from the recipe. And you need to know how to make it work when it's not working. Because at the end of the day, this wouldn't go to waste. I would just still put it in my bath water, yeah. But the point of it is for it to be spherical. So now it seems like it's dry again. So I don't know. So I want to let it just sit there. I want it to just sit here for a minute. I hope ain't no kids watching. Children, go to bed. And hey, one viewer that's watching Yellow Bath Bombs live. I don't know who that one viewer is. I just got to wait. Because if I make another bath bomb, I'm thinking that it's going to not keep its shape. But let's go ahead and try. Put my rather dull colors. I don't know why I did this. They are rather dull colors. I'll make it simple. That other one was pretty. And some of you were going to sleep. You just needed a nice little good night voice. Good nighty night. Sweet dreams. I do it too. Well, I'm going to watch this video. I'm asleep. And I wake up and YouTube has led me into places that I didn't even know existed. Like, what are you talking about? And then it gets into your dream. And I'm like, unpleasant. I'm going to set this on its tip. Yeah. This is not going to keep its shape. I don't. Oh, this is heavy. Oh, this is a lot. I wouldn't let this whole thing dissolve. I'm not that decadent. Okay, let's see. Does it grow or does it stay? It's growing. And because it's growing, it'll have cracks in it and it's not going to stay together. Oh, yeah. I need to get some more molds. I taped this up with packing tape. I like the plastic molds a whole lot better. They come out. They actually come out. When I used the steel ones, it just took too much tapping. It took too much time. Usually this just comes out. I can see the crack forming right here. It's growing. Is it? I think it's growing. You see how all I have to do is just lift that off? Okay, let's just sit it here and see if it grows. Don't crack. Okay, let's just see. Maybe it'll grow, maybe it won't. If it grows, I gotta just stop. There's nothing I can do. Because I already got way more bath bombs than I intended to make. I don't know. Maybe that means that I was supposed to be making some for somebody. Because these things are fabulous in the tub. They really are. Or you could just be simple. Put one thing in like that. Stick a cube on there. Get the other one. You don't have to take all day like I'm doing. Put that in there. Okay, it's kind of chalky. It's staying chalky. It might stay together. If these stay together, they're going to be rock hard. See if I can get this cube in there. This cube, for you people just joining, you guys just have to watch it to the two of them on DIY Life Hack Mama. That's the name of the blog, but the blog address is lifehackmama.blogspot.com. Common spelling, lifehackmama.blogspot.com. Maybe I'll stop somewhere and get some more molds because, yeah, I beat the heck out of these. But they're so much better to work with. And I wanted the steel ones because they look cool, but they're not good to work with for me. See, this has more citric acid in it than the surrounding balm. So when I put it in, this thing is going to, like a firecracker, go right away. This, and that causes movement. This is going to basically just color the water and put glitter in it and scent. So I got one at each end. All of my end beds are supercharged. And I got that from one of the ladies. And so I just sit, I didn't really want to sit down and make the end beds, and it took me a minute. Oh, I crushed up the pink ones. But I kept watching the video and watching the video. And eventually I just went ahead. Hey, let's make this one Mickey Mouse. Look, it's Mickey Mouse. Or a mouse. I just watched what the ladies did and took the suggestion. And just like they were sitting down chit-chatting on YouTube and making embeds, like us ladies like to do, I did it too. I have some more embeds. I had 2 bags. Where's the other bag? Did y'all take it? Bring it back. Oh, here it is. See? You have some bright pink ones. Because I'm tired of looking at this gray. It's just going to darken the water, to be honest. Look at these beautiful citrusy pink sugar cubes. Just put it there. And a handful of this green money. So one side looks like a mouse and one side looks like a pink cube. I put the pink ones in this. This, the pink ones and the green ones. And I have a bigger one. I just didn't fill it up all the way because that would have been, oh God. Look, did you see it happen? Twitter saw it happen. You guys didn't see it happen. You're going to have to go to DIY Life Hack Mama. Oh man, did you hear it? It broke apart. It just broke apart. Look. Oh, look at that. Some people keep them in the molds. I don't know, the little mouse didn't really come out. Oh, this big one. Okay, you people from YouTube can't see it. It fell apart. But the outside is really firm and hard. Let's just make it smaller. Let's just hope that because it was so big. Because it's getting drier because I'm taking so long to do this. This is something you need to do rather quickly rather than all day because it will dry out. Let's just take parts of the big. It looked like a spaceship, this other big one. Or like one of those circle tents that they were showing about their fire concert. I couldn't imagine having $12,000, let alone $12,000 to spend on a concert, but I don't think it's right to try to beat people out of their money. That ain't right. Even if they have a lot. I mean, you're supposed to treat others like you want to be treated. Oof. Yeah, you got to Google it if you didn't hear about it. I don't know if this is going to stay. Look. I don't know if that's going to stay. What did I just? I don't know if it's going to stay. This fell out. So, ooh, that's going to be, I don't know. How am I going to get that to stay? That's not going to stay. Oh, all right. So I figure if I put this square embed down there, they can kind of like rest on that. Because the towel is in the washing machine or dryer. The towel that I use, because it's a long story, but something got melted onto the towel. Because one of the suggestions that I took to put them in the oven didn't work out for me. Or I forgot. I can't even remember at this point. You know, this is pretty solid. It shouldn't be cracking. Maybe that one was just too big. Even, I mean, they're supposed to be the texture of wet sand, not the texture of wet dirt. This is the texture of wet dirt, and I'm just trying to make it work before I toss all this stuff in a jar and scoop it out, because they do have scoopable. What is it? Scoopable bath bomb. The one lady, I saw her make that. And I'm like, that's a quick idea, is what it is. Because sometimes you just don't have time to fiddle. I have time to fiddle right now. It's relaxing to me. Yeah, I'm missing some cats. Don't play with me. I am well aware of who I am. Oh, you give it a little small squeeze and it comes right out. There you go. I know when to leave and I know when to go in the house. Like Betty and Joan. Oh, please don't. I should have put it, I put it on the round part. Okay, these four are staying. You guys can see me do this, and you can watch those four bath bombs and see if they burst. So let's just wrap this up. And like I said, my in beds have a lot of this 1-to-1 citric acid and baking soda. All right. I don't know. This one may or may not stay together. It's kind of damp down around the corners. This one's my daughter has no signs of wanting to go to bed. It'll be a long day tomorrow too. Now I wouldn't try to put anything in here because I don't think it would fit. I don't think anything I have would fit, and it might work against the bomb staying together. Sometimes when you put things in the middle and they're too big, they just help for them to break. Oh, they're cracking. Now you know the cause of cracking. Too much liquid. Too much glycerin, specifically too much glycerin, specifically glycerin. Oh. And poor technique. All right. Look at that. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I just remembered. This one's going to have some gray in it. I'm going to take one of those gray Boupons over there, and I'm going to make a little decoration with it. Something I thought about yesterday. I don't know. And it don't help that it's rainy as heck outside. And I'm so afraid to put these things in my oven. I'm afraid to put them in the oven. Yep, keep all your ingredients or what have you, keep that stuff closed. So if you accidentally knock something over, it's not spilled all over. All right, this one. I'm going to try not to lay it on it. If it's cracking, I'm going to try not to lay it on the part where it's cracking. I think these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those 5 may make it. They may survive if I leave them alone, because tomorrow I'm going to take all this stuff in the bathroom. And I'm just going to use this for myself. And then the next day, we can demo the bath bombs. And you saw everything I did. You saw everything I did. I put too much glycerin in, running my mouth and not paying attention. Oh, that smells so good. Now the stuff too wet. You saw me put 3.5 more cups. I don't know. Somebody should have counted it. Of baking soda, maybe 2/3 more cup of citric acid. It continued to grow. The purple salt did not show up in a way that I thought it would, because the base ingredient, this was too damp. It didn't show up the way I thought it was going to show up. And I've colored salt crystals before and put them in things and it showed up. I was rushing for y'all. Y'all sit up there and made me mess up my bath. Y'all the scapegoats. Audience made me mess up my bath bombs. Oh, I didn't mix this well at all. It's really damp down here. But I think I have some that are standing their ground. They're holding up. It's the test of time. If they can make it through the night, then I think I'll have some solid spherical bath bombs. And now you know, do not put too much glycerin. But I'm telling you now, unless you want to be tight-skinned and itchy when you get out, which is unpleasant to me, you will put some, maybe limit it to a tablespoon of glycerin. In the past, in my past recipes, I've only put a tablespoon of glycerin and then kept it moving because I wasn't putting on for you guys and laughing and talking and kikiing. It was just me. And I wanted to move on to the next thing. You know me, I always got something else to do. But I was sitting here kikiing with y'all, and what happened? Used up the rest of the one box and half of the other. Because I said, well, let me just have one on standby. Because to be honest, I'm liable to mess up a recipe. I am liable to do that. So y'all know y'all not to blame. The two people on Twitter and the nobody's left on this one. But somebody will watch it tomorrow. Y'all not to blame. I put too much. I wasn't paying attention. And it has to be the consistency of wet sand more than not. And you can't say you didn't see it, you saw it. Now I'm just shaking this table. All right. Let's try to use this up. All right. We have a pretty blue one. Have seen better times. No, I'm not going to do that. Actually, I should have made some smaller embeds, but I couldn't find that little measuring spoon, so I'm going to have to get one from the dollar store. Oh, and another thing, you need to keep, if you're going to eat out of this, don't make stuff in that you're going to eat out of. Because we've got fragrances and stuff going, and you're not supposed to eat fragrances. You eat flavorings, not fragrances. Oh, dear. All right. Boop. Boop. If these survive the night, they're going to be rock hard tomorrow. God help me. I almost dropped it. The way I was setting it down was kind of hard, kind of clumsy. Yeah, you want to kind of, once they dry, they're not delicate. Now, see, if I was making these for sale, these will not be anywhere on my Etsy website. These are for me and my daughter. If I was making these for sale, though, I would have to stick to the recipe. There would be no last minute changes because they need to be rock hard. You don't want them too dry, but they do need to be rock hard. And I don't know what kind of packing solutions there are. Now it's like the consistency of fluffy wet sand. These may stay together. Oh, believe me, I've messed up soap, leaving out ingredients, bath bombs. I hope not, but I'll probably mess up again. It's just live and learn, boo. And please understand, it ain't that deep. It's crafts. Just barely squeezing it, touching it. Now it's the right consistency. Please don't fall. There. I got to talk to my product. I will. Please don't fall. This is a pretty speckled one. It would look nice in like a white bath bomb. But I made money green, so that's what I got. I mixed the old bath bomb stuff in here. I'm going to have to use a small one after this because they'll be, well, after this, I can just leave it in the container and wash it tomorrow and use this leftover product to bathe in. It took like 5 attempts, didn't it? And you know I'm not moving that tray of bath bombs. You're going to go to lifehackmama.blogspot.com to see what Twitter's looking at, because Twitter is on bath bomb cam because they kept falling apart on Twitter cam. They kept falling apart. I don't know if you can look at it at Periscope too, but they fell apart for all to see. They sure did. They grew and split and fell apart. So go to Lifehack Mama. See, when I'm running my mouth. Lifehackmama.blogspot.com. What is this? And look at the Twitter cam footage. Because the way it's positioned, they can see me getting not enough. They can see me getting the bombs together, and they can see the bombs I've already made to make sure that they are staying together. And we're going to talk about lady stuff. I have a new podcast. It's on Spreaker. 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 It's on Spreaker.com. And I'm under the handle I Made a Mess, but the title Mess has 3 S's. IMADEAMESSS. I Made a Mess. However, the title of my show series, all 15 minutes of it, the title of my show series is Shop Talk with Lala. Yeah, really squeeze it. And it's just a little gentle squeeze and lower your hand and pull that away at the same time, and they come right out. Yeah, I might want to get some more at the hobby store. And it's going to be in the She Shed, hopefully. Because we're going to talk about women stuff. Because I went to something that I'm like, it's not really for mixed company. But if you know you going into the women's shed, like if you know you going into a men's locker room, you know what you're going to hear and see. I mean, certain places, you know what you're going to get. It's no secret. Yeah, I know I messed that up. I shouldn't have. But I don't like when it's crumbly around the edges. Oh, but it stayed. It's the perfect consistency now. It stayed. Now you know. Secrets revealed. But when I do my first Spreaker account, I'm sorry, podcast, I'm going to be live on a video platform, to be determined. I'm going to be on YouTube. And it'll probably be my Lala account, because the DIY account is for stuff like this. Crafts, hints and tips for the home. Oh, this thing. Oh, I've modeled this. MOTTLED, mottled this bath bomb. Look at it. Look what I did to it. Yeah. Okay, this. Yeah, they're staying together now. I got it waving it around in the air like a baseball. They're staying together now. Whew. I was like, please don't let me mess up my ingredients on air. I'm not trying to do that. Look at food. Okay. There. Now it look like I saved it. Well, I saved myself, yeah. I saved my ingredients. And I saved face a little bit. Okay. I keep these in my Ziploc. And I've been throwing these around. That's why the little ones crumbled. So if you're going to do this for real and for sale, you're going to have to stick to your recipe. Make sure you have a recipe that can travel and take the bumps and the bruises of logistical freight movements. Because you're going to get some overseas people. You're going to get people that's not in this country. And it needs to make the journey. Because if they get it and it's all crumbled up or it's melted, then they're next thing you know, they're going to review you and say, oh, they didn't do me right. So invest in some bubble bar hardener or some tartaric acid, is it? And that's it. You see, this is all going in the washing machine. It shall not pass go. And tomorrow, maybe we on Instagram can take a little peeky at our bath bombs. Because if you go to the About page on DIY Lifehack Mama, Lala McLeod, or Lala accounts, you will see links to all three of my blogs in the right-hand column. And if you look on the About page, you'll see links to my social media, including Instagram. I'm not on Facebook a lot because I believe that account has been compromised. I really do believe it has. Facebook said it wasn't, but I believe the account has been compromised, so I'm afraid to use it. I mean, or it could just be my imagination. That's why I don't say anything, because you know, I can keep my mouth closed and you can guess it whether or not I'm paranoid. I don't know. It just gave me the impression that it was compromised. It very well may not be. And it might be that if it is compromised, I would very much well be aware of it. And I would have to guess. That's the difference, maybe. I don't know, but I'm cleaning up. And we'll just talk in the morning. Because to be honest, I'm going to take this stuff off. You see it, got crumbs everywhere. That was very much so a whole bunch of fun. And that's it. And actually, some of you guys need to go over to that Etsy page and buy some products so I can buy some more ingredients. That's www.etsy.com/shop/1966. And until next time, mon ami, au revoir, au revoir.